wonderful to see all the leaves down, and something we don't usually think about while we're out walking in the woodlands and whatnot with the leaves is ticks. And I've been noticing a rise of the tick population again. I'm seeing very tiny, tiny ticks on me, little tiny black ones, little orange and black ones, little brown ones, and so forth. I'm sure all of them are some form of deer tick or otherwise some kind of tick, but just something that you should be aware of when you go out hiking in the woods, whether it's off trail, on trail, not to avoid hiking, not to avoid being outside, but know that that's going to be something that you can encounter, whether you find them or not. I know people often don't find them, but when you come back from a hike, make it a habit of changing and taking everything off and having a look at yourself in front of a mirror or with two mirrors so you can really get a look at your back, particularly around your upper body, around your armpits, around your groin, and the backs of your thighs and the backs of your knees and so on. Anywhere where it is typically thick in blood vessels and a warm spot, a hot spot, particularly the back of your neck going into your hairline. And I know for women this is really difficult, but have somebody else, have a friend look at you or get a picture of it with a camera or with your phone or whatever. And also take a shower, because ticks don't like water. They don't like to get wet. They don't drown generally, but hot water is not something that they enjoy. So make sure and give yourself a shampoo and a hot shower on your head and your body, and that will usually get them off of your body. They may also just cling tight. Monitor your skin sensation, like do a body scan on yourself for any sensation that feels off, like an electrical impulse almost, because ticks do carry an electrical impulse, which is, I believe, some of how they open up an area to allow themselves to fill with your blood as they get what they need from you, which is blood. And be aware that any little sensation, not to magnify every sensation that comes to you through your body, but to be aware that ticks are the size of a pencil head, half of a millimeter across or smaller, and the nymphs and the eggs and so forth can also be dropped when ticks walk across us. And they're usually coming off of pets, but they can also come up out of leaves. When we shuffle through leaves in the autumn, a shoe and then running straight up your clothing. Another good thing to do is to rubber band your pants shut around your shoes. I wear, often this time of year, even though I don't need them, I wear a pair of long johns, and those are down into my socks so that any walking that they do is up the outside clothing. And then I usually catch them around my belt line. Belt lines are a really big place where they hang out, because they actually can't grab on easily. They need to be pressed into your skin to latch on and to begin to bite. The biting takes place over several hours, and they corkscrew themselves into your body or into the skin layers to latch on and to get attached. And then this is how they often, when you go to pull them out or put nail polish on them or ether of some sort or alcohol or various things, try not to burn them out, because that will do the opposite of what you want. You want to, if you can, grab onto their body and pull. It'll pull the skin up, but most animals who get pulled on, insects included, don't want to die, and it will eventually let go. So try and get the tick to let go simply by pulling on it. It's going to hurt your skin. It's going to hurt the area around it where it's latched on, but try and get them out simply by pulling them or backing them off. There are also tweezer-like, where it's like a spoon with a cut mark into it, tick removers, and those are good, except those will sever the head from the rest of the body and leave the head attached, doing its biting and leaving its saliva inside your blood as well, and that's when you can potentially get an infection. Not all ticks are infected. I've been bitten this season 19 times, and I've had 3 attached to me for more than 6 hours, and I still haven't gotten Lyme disease or anything else, and I've had a total of 106 on me for the entire season from March until now. We're into late October, and I expect to find a lot more in the coming weeks. But I just wanted to point out that this is something not to be scared of. But it's something you may find in the leaves as much as where deer hang out in the grass and fields and so forth. They're not always on the tips of grass and things up high, waving their fingers or hands around, waiting for you to walk by and catch on to you. Sometimes they're in leaves and other things down low. It just happens to be that you're kicking up the leaves and whatnot. Don't be afraid to go outside. Don't be afraid to enjoy nature. Enjoy it for what it is, and just be aware that ticks are something that you expect to find in the Northeast, and that it's easy to get rid of them, and it's easy to also take a hot shower after a hike if you know you've been in the woods for a bit, and to really just be aware of it, like any awareness practice. Thank you for watching, and thank you for keeping up with my channel. Have a great day. Cheers.